You may have heard that Skool just released a new pricing tier for creating a community on their platform. So it used to be $99 a month to create a community, and now you can make one just for $9 a month. Now, a lot of people will think, that's awesome. Let's go ahead and get started. And then have a little bit of a hesitation of like, well, what am I going to make a community on? How am I going to make money? They're all talking about like, make something about your passion, make money doing what you love. And then you start to think about it and you're like, well, why would anybody even pay for that? We're going to go ahead and break that down for you because it is totally worth paying a low ticket price, even to join a community where you're just getting started and you can prove it to yourself that it is worth creating a community on the things that you're passionate about. So, how much is your time worth? Is an hour of your time at least worth $7? A lot of people are going, well, depends on like where you are in the world, but most people, at least in the United States, are just going to think like 70 is even below minimum wage. It's not going to cut it. So, is it maybe worth $9, 10 plus dollars? Decide what is your hourly rate, and then think about how many hours do you have invested into something that you're passionate about. I don't know about you, but like when I'm passionate about something, I'm going to spend a lot of time researching that. I'm going to like totally geek out and really enjoy doing that. And if you spent at least 1 hour with your community delivering your research time, so let's say you spent 5 hours that month researching the thing that you're passionate about, just totally going, oh wow, this is so interesting, I love it. Like for me, I could geek out on like water. I don't know why it is, but I love, like, this is, I'm very passionate about, this is the only brand of water I will drink. I will not drink this brand of water. And there's other people that have like super strong passions like that for them, and it might be like somebody enjoys horses, somebody enjoys dogs, cats, people enjoy knitting, crocheting, all sorts of different stuff. And if you spent at least 1 hour with your community delivering the research that you've spent on that passionate thing, and then the rest of the month is just you guys going back and forth, enjoying conversations about what you're passionate about, then you basically hit what's called community gold. So if you're going to be joining something for $9, starting a community, so you start a $9 community, which is like cheaper than most of y'all's Starbucks drinks, then for somebody that is like at home or is working and they're busy and they still want to have like a glimmer of like fun and a glimmer of like, oh, I can just relax with these people. These people know what I like and enjoy, and they feel like they belong because you're following all of the guidelines for like creating a good community, which is making people feel like this is a space that they can fit in. Then it's a no-brainer for them. And if we went with just the lowest one that I mentioned was $7, you only need 143 people out of the billions of people on the earth to join, and you're making your first $1,000 online. So there are people already doing that, and we're going to go to Skool Discovery. And if you go to skool.com/discovery, you're going to see that you can scroll through and you'll find other communities that are doing things at a low ticket, and they have tons of people already in there. Now, the person that's kind of like known on Skool for this is Evelyn. She has what's called Grow with Evelyn. And she, right now it says paid, but you can see up here she's already had it set that it's $99 a month. But she originally started this community at like $7 or $8 a month. And she grew this community up to 2,100 members. That's huge. She won Skool games. You can see right here, she has a crown next to her name. Like when you start to get into Skool, you'll know what all these emojis mean, but this means that she's making money. She's one of the top 1% earners. She's not only got this community, she also has another community, which is $27 one time. It's not monthly, but it's one time. So if you feel like you didn't want to charge somebody every single month because you don't like subscription, well, you can do it as a one-time thing. And she has 1,700 people in there. She also just started another one that's a $7 community, and now she has 832 members in there. So even if she has succeeded with this, we don't want to just go with one person's case. There are other people out there doing stuff similar. So this is really cool. The Flock, it's $15 a month. And these people get to just totally enjoy and love sharing with each other that they're finding birds out there and sharing videos, and they're posting videos, and they're talking about different birds and doing monthly bird ID games and scavenger hunts. Like, could you imagine going on a scavenger hunt for finding a bird that's out there? So that's another thing. Like, you could be making a community and someone could go through Discovery, see something like this and go, "Oh, I know somebody that would love this community." And then they're now sharing your community and they're not even in it. We also have the survival gardener. This person is talking about like how to create a garden so that you don't have to feel like you have to go to the grocery store. So that's pretty cool. We have this guy, Jason Hamilton, and he started it off with a one-time ticket purchase. So it's $7. You get all of these different things for just paying one time. And then now he has more communities beyond that. He has a story hacker gold community. So people pay $47 a month because they've already gone in here and purchased this community and they've already spent money with him. And so now they're willing to spend more money with him, which is pretty cool. And he doesn't even have to be that active, which is crazy to me. We also have the AI Cash School. She has tons of things that she's giving away. You have somebody that is doing like paper folding kind of stuff, or I don't even know how this all works, but they do stuff with paper and they make really cool designs. And there she's paying, or she has people paying $7 a month, and she's over the 162 members. So you already know she's making at least $1,000 a month from this. You have Arlen, who she does have like several communities as well, but she's got 1,300 members and she just released this community. I want to say that it was within the last 6 months that she's released this community. And it's very simple, basic stuff that leads to her other paid communities too. She's only charging $10 a month and she's got 1,300 people in here. We have Crystal Burt. She has a $5 a month community with 1,800 members. You're going to be getting all these different prompts. And honestly, when you look at this, when she has a star, that means that it's active in here. People are having fun spending $5 a month to just talk about all the different prompts that they are putting out there for creating things with AI. You could join Team 3D Alpha and start working on your mental health and your physique. You could even have a community where it's not even in English. We're doing international communities, and so you could speak a totally different language and still succeed with using Skool. One of my favorite ones is I joined this calligraphy school so that I could learn calligraphy with my niece, and they have 1,300 members in here. It's a $9 community, and what happens is they basically post like monthly the traceable worksheets. They tell you what kind of brushes that you have to buy. You get the quick start course, but the practice words are what you get monthly. And they're not as super active in here, but their community is active. It's really cool. So you could, like we said at the very beginning, you could just spend an hour with your community and give them more information, release like something that is downloadable for them, or give them something that they can do on their own, and you can still charge a low price. We just went through all of these different communities, and you can see that there's so many different ways that you could create a community on something that you're passionate about, because there's something about being surrounded by people that also have that like fire ignited in them for something that they love doing. So if you're thinking about doing this and you're figuring out like, oh, I'm really passionate about this, or you're not sure because you've kind of told yourself, I'm not sure what I'm passionate about anymore because you felt like you could never make something from that, feel free to come join my community. And let me go ahead and show you where that is. You just put build with Jenna, and this is the community. Just click on it. And you can just tell me like, hey, I'm struggling figuring out what my passion is. I'll actually show you some techniques on how to do that if you ask about it. Or if you need a build template, I have an entire build template within the classroom. It is completely free. You just join the community, come over here, click on this, and you can walk through the template on how to build a Skool community. Make sure you go through your checklist. You can even ask a questionnaire, and like if you're wondering how you get all these, like what are the sizes that I need for the icon or the about page, those templates are right here for you. So you're watching this video and you're like, well, I just started a $9 community and I don't know how to get traffic. Well, Discovery gives you a lot of traffic, but another thing that I'm going to invite you to do, which a lot of people don't do because, we don't want people self-promoting on stuff. I'm going to invite all of you to, if you made a $9 community with Skool, I want you to go ahead and post your Skool community link in the YouTube comments below. I want to see how many of you have just made a $9 community with Skool. And for some of you, I'll reach out to you and give you a couple pointers.